Good afternoon, everybody. So this is number 14 of the 100 Things Challenge. And I bet I've piqued your curiosity. What's in the little bag? What's in the little bag with all the little gold paper? Okay, so this was kind of just a little frivolous thing that I made. In bag 3, I showed you some styrofoam balls, and that was one of the things I wanted to make, and work has been kind of crazy and I haven't had much time, so I think I'm going to call these medieval mystery orbs. How does that sound for a good name? So let's take the paper off, and what do we have? We have little, when I first started making them, and I started putting the buttons on and things, and then I started painting them, and they kind of looked almost steampunk or something that you would see. It kind of reminds me, my husband said it reminded him of the little Quidditch, the snitch in Harry Potter, and what it kind of reminded me of with all the different buttons and the textures is all the kids now are having the fidget spinner things. So I thought, I laughed to myself. I thought, well, what did they do in, let's say, in medieval times or in Harry Potter times when they needed something to fidget with? So this is what I made. I used the styrofoam balls, obviously buttons, and as you probably know from my previous videos, I have a humongous button collection, and so I got some out, and paint. And this time I actually used my hot glue gun, which is unusual for me. I'm not a fan of hot glue, but for this project it works best. So let me take these little guys out, and I'll tell you some more about them with their little bag. So let's see. So I used the styrofoam ball and the buttons, and then after I made the first one or two, I tried different things. A couple of the balls come like this. I still have about 7 of them. Remember, they're just plain white styrofoam balls. The first few I made, I just literally hot glued the buttons to the balls, and then I painted over it with black and wiped some of it off. It didn't get in every single spot. I don't care about that. It's just for fun. So on the third one, I painted the ball with the black paint first, and I would not recommend that because the hot glue, did not want to stick as well. The buttons on most of these were metal buttons, but also some plastic buttons that have a metal-like finish. So really and truly, you can use whatever you want. This is a good project to use buttons maybe that you have that are not really optimal to use, that may have even rust or tarnish or like little distressed bits, because not only won't it matter because you're going to paint over it, it actually will help in the kind of old ancient look that you're trying to go for. In fact, these little buttons right here, these ones that look like grapes, and let's see, like this little bicycle. I have tons of these that I got in a lot on eBay probably 15-20 years ago. There was 4 different styles of those. Oh, and here, like the little horse head right here. And these are metal finish, but they're plastic, so it doesn't matter. I painted it with black. I wiped some of it off, and then the copper paint, I just dry brushed it on very lightly. Some you can see, you know, some of them I went heavier than others, but that's fine. They don't have to be all identical. See, I even, like, here's an old belt buckle. I even put that. Now on this one, this right here, this is actually fabric. So what I did with this styrofoam ball is I hot glued some fabric over the ball first, and then I glued the buttons to see if they would hold better, and they do. But at the same time, you're gonna, and I kind of like that. It's kind of steampunky and rugged and weird looking. you're going to see some of the fabric. But I like that because see how it picks up even the texture of the fabric. So anyway, do they have a use? No, they don't have a use at all. They're just little, what do we say, medieval mystery orbs. But they were fun to make. I had these, it was everything that I had already in my stash. What I'll probably do with them is find a little decorative bowl maybe. You know how everyone's putting all these like decorative balls in bowls and put them on your table. And just put them on the table and for decorative use, or even, you know, I may give them to people at work. I think if you worked at an office job and you did have a tendency to fidget, you could, you know, fidget with one of these. So anyway, that's a short little video. That's where I'm at. That's number 14. And hopefully in the next day or so I'll have another video. Work has been very busy, and so of course I can, like most of you, I do crafts basically mainly on my days off. But anyway, so that's where I'm at with this one. It's just a silly little project, but it was fun. And I made 5 of them, and here's the container I pulled the buttons out of. And as you can see, I barely made a dent. And this is like one of 40 containers of buttons that I have. But they're getting used. So see, this one's mainly all metallic buttons. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.